itchy eyebrow. Hi everybody.
Hi everyone.
Welcome to Twinset and Purl's knitting podcast. We're on episode, I guess it's either 32 or 31A.
I think we'll do 32 because are going to talk
32. Well, we did promise after our last podcast that we would pop on and show you the acquisitions section because we hadn't brought it all with us to the Isle of Man. However, we've also been knitting, as we always do, we've been knitting this week, so we've got a few things to show. So it's probably going to be a proper podcast.
Yeah.
Anyway, with that in mind, I'm Jo.
I'm Rachel.
We are Twinset and Purl.
I'm Twinset and Purl on Instagram and I do the social media, so Twinset and Purl on Instagram and Ravelry.
You're also the youngest.
I'm also the youngest butler twin, yeah.
On Instagram, and I'm Jojo Butler on Instagram and Jojo B on Ravelry.
Yeah. And we're back at my house.
Yeah.
For a little weekend.
And the sun is shining.
Yeah. And another reason for doing this is that you're going on holiday.
Yes.
And then
I'm away for 2 weekends, so it's like 9 days away, but it covers 2 weekends.
Yeah, so we're going to unravel the weekend the first weekend we see each other.
Yeah.
So we will podcast after unravel.
Yeah. We'll share our unravel
purchases
and your
knitting.
southern purchases, because Rachel's going to the southern wool show on the Sunday. So if anybody would like to meet up,
yeah, I'm around on the Sunday.
Drop us a comment or an email or a DM, and Rachel would love to meet up. And then we'd also love to meet you at Unravel if you're going to be around. So we're planning to go on Saturday.
Yeah, we've got our tickets.
We've got early tickets, but we'll probably be around all in the morning. And if people want to meet up, we will stay around.
We're just going to go and have a nice lunch somewhere rather than a sandwich from Unravel.
Yeah. The last couple of times we've done Unravel, we've been working on the botanical yarn stand, and we're not doing that this year. So it means that we can escape and go and get a really nice lunch somewhere. So that's our plan.
Yeah. Anyway, should
cool.
we get into the
Well, we've got a little bit of stuff we want to tell you about. So first of all, we want to say massive thank you to everybody who's bought a pattern, bought the Maggie shawl, or bought another pattern of ours since last weekend. We're giving all the money to Maggie's in Oxford, and
that goes until the 31st.
Yeah, we've got that. That's on until the end of the month. So if you see anything you like that we're knitting on, or go and have a check out of our Ravelry store. All that money is going to go to Maggie's. On the shawl, there's also a link to the Maggie's charity. So if you want to go and have a look at what they do, then look at the shawl page and then click on.
And also that way you don't have to. If you want to donate, you don't have to donate to Oxford. You can donate to Maggie's in your area.
Yeah, because there's Maggie's all over the country.
Yeah.
So they're such an amazing service. So go and do that. We also wanted to say a big thank you for all the dad love. The comments we've had on the last podcast about getting to meet our dad and our stepmom have been lovely. And he is lovely.
He is lovely.
I was showing somebody at work how much he looked like Father Christmas. Because they were saying they were Father Christmas for a local charity thing, and I was like, oh, my dad's Father Christmas, and I showed them, it was like, he's more Father Christmas than me. He doesn't have to have a fake beard. That little girl once said, didn't she?
Yeah.
I've met lots of Father Christmases, but today I met the real one. Pops. So thank you very much for that. I think he quite enjoyed it.
He did enjoy it. Yeah, he hadn't actually been back and watched the episode yet. But the last time I spoke to him, he was going to go and find it. So, yeah.
So, yes, thanks for all that. And then also we were chatting. So, over the weekend, our stepmom's sister, Mary, was visiting. And we haven't seen Mary for ages. But we were chatting. Rachel gave Mary a pair of
She had the Bougainvillea Bouquet socks, which I released the pattern on in our Ravelry store on Friday. And there is, if I get this up in time, there is still an offer.
Until the end of
Sunday night, but then it will go into the podcast bonus thing anyway.
Yeah. But Mary
and so she had those socks, the pink ones.
So Mary had cancer when she was a teenager.
When she was 17.
When she was 17, and she's had to have one of her legs amputated. And she wore a false leg for a while, but she's ran
the North Sea Channel for charity. Is it channel, the top bit, the shortest distance of the
North Sea.
And ever since then, she just hasn't been bothered. So she was telling us.
Yeah. So she had she had a lovely shoe on. And when we gave her the socks, we were sort of saying, we've been a little bit apprehensive. Did she want a pair of socks? And she said, of course she did, because she gets to wear them for a day, and
she
extra longer time. But we were talking about, she said there's a website where people who've only got one leg or one foot swap shoes. So you say, I've got this pair in this size and it's a right foot, and I've got a left foot to give to swap with somebody. So we were talking about all the lonely socks. So we were saying we know so many people who only knit one sock and then get bored and never knit the second sock. So we were thinking, if you wanted to donate your lonely socks, you could send them to us, and we will give them to Mary, who
will deal with them.
She knows the person who runs the website or whatever. She's got a group. She'll deal with that. But we thought that was a really good idea. So if you've got any
leading up to winter, autumn season,
if you've got any lonely socks and you don't want to knit the second one, obviously if you want to knit the second one, don't give it away. But if you don't want to knit the second one, send them to us. You can get in touch with us at
twinsetandpurl@gmail.com, and the email's down below. It'll be down below, and I'll give you, and you can send them to me, I guess.
Yeah, and if we get a lot, we'll do something else, I guess.
No, it'll be fine. I'll just wait certain amounts of time and send them off.
Right. I just didn't know if you wanted everybody knowing your postal address.
Right. Yeah.
But
we could find out, actually, if it's a charity, we could find out from Mary what the best thing to do is. Yeah. But let's see if it's a success. If it's like 5 pairs, then you can send them to me.
So for now, get in touch with us, and we'll sort it out.
We thought it was a great idea. Yeah. Who were we talking to? I was talking to someone, and they were saying that you were telling me that they know someone who's got a right foot.
So I went to visit No Frills Knitting, which is my local yarn store, and Meg was telling me that her neighbour has only got one foot, and he's got a friend he's made a friend
through the charity
who they like the same kind of trainers, so they've got the same size feet, and one's a right and one's a left, so they swap. And she thought it was a brilliant idea. So
maybe we could send them to Meg's shop. Think she'd mind?
I think we'll work it out.
Yeah.
But for now, get in touch with us.
Yeah. Perfect. Cool. Right. So you've got an FO.
I have an FO.
Thank the Lord.
And it's just in time because our friend's coming later, and it's her present. So it's the Betty shawl, and I brought the tag with me so I could give it to Fiona to show her what's in it. And the yarn is by Pixie Yarn, and it is the Betty, and it's merino silk, and the yarn is absolutely gorgeous.
You wet blocked it, didn't you?
No, I didn't. I just steamed it. The thing that's interesting is, look, one tip's pinker and one tip's bluer.
I noticed that halfway through when you were holding it up.
So this is the numbers from the Cecil pattern, but without any mohair, just a straight garter, because I don't think you want mohair on that. It would make your eyes go even funnier. But it's so soft and so light.
Right, it's perfect.
So I think I had about 75 grams of lace weight, merino silk. So hopefully she's going to like that.
I think she'll love it. We're wearing bright. Fiona's a bright person. She loves bright colours.
So as we're celebrating her birthday,
we're both wearing pink.
We're both wearing pink. Although I'm a little bit warm in my jumper.
Are you?
But I'm all right.
We can't open a window, can we?
No, we're good. Right, so that's my FO. And I've been knitting on that since April, on and off.
Really?
Yeah. Since Chris and I went to London, I cast it on the train.
Right.
So yeah.
So whips. Shall I go first with one? Maggie's sock. I finished my first, so I've got a hoe really, half finished object. So I finished the first.
Should it not be a hoof? Is it a half object or a half finished object?
Yes, right, Joe, okay. Whatever you say. So yeah, so this is Merlin from Birdstreet Yarn, and it's stunning. The speckles are just, whoa.
I like this bit here.
And
show that bit there.
Yeah, they're amazing actually. That's why they kind of like fragment, and they look, yeah, like all the colours come out. Anyway, I might be getting a sweater's quantity of Merlin at the south, at the Southern North show, if they bring it. Yeah, so that's one, and I have cast on the second one.
They'd probably dye it to order if you asked.
Yeah, so I've started the cuff of the second one straight away. So hopefully they will be. Now I can write the pattern. Well, I could have written the pattern before. So the pattern will be tested, but I'll just talk about the other one because we were thinking that really for Maggie it should be stripy. So I have got in this beautiful thread and maple bag 2 skeins of yarn. So I chose Hedgehog Fibres sock in the colourway Stone, which I have used. I started, it's a bit of a messy skein. Oh, I've got a thing in there. I thought I didn't have that. I'll show you that. That has been something else. I've then got, so it's their sock yarn, which is 90% superwash merino and 10% nylon, and is lovely but highly expensive. I don't think it was as expensive. I bought this a long time ago, and it may have been in a sale even, because I had 2 skeins. I think I bought it from them.
Right.
I had 2 skeins of it, and I have knit. You've got a pair of socks in it that I knitted.
All right. Thank you.
And I'm holding it with a Zauer ball, so I'm not changing.
You're not striping.
I'm not striping. Yeah, I'm striping a colour changing ball.
Well, you are striping, but you're not doing what we did with the Maggie, where we altered the.
Yeah, and this is, so you can do it. So I'm going to put in the pattern. Obviously you can just leave out the stripes. You don't need to be told how to do that. But you can either knit them plain or knit them stripy, and then you can do scrappy or whatever. So those are the ones I'm holding together, and looking at them there, they do look quite similar, but I like it. So I've done 6 repeats of the pattern, and you can see, so the garter bit is where it's reverse stripe, and on the back you can see the stripes. Can you?
I think you can see the stripes obviously on the
and then on the stockinette on the back it's stripy, and I love it. I think it's nice and murky green.
Yeah.
So yeah, so for the picture I'm going to have 1 and 1. So once I finish this sock, we can get the pattern out quite quickly, and hope it won't be. I mean, my testers are good, but they're not. I'm actually managing to write some patterns this week, for these last 2 weeks, so they're busy. But so I'm hoping for September, sometime in September, and then that pattern, the money from that pattern will go to Maggie's forever as well. So
cool.
Isn't that beautiful? First time I'm using it really. You have to really care. It kind of scratches, doesn't it?
But I think that's how it's meant to.
Yeah, and that's how it just like becomes aged. But
yeah,
I've been saving it for a special project. So yeah.
My next whip is my summer Cecil Shawl, which has come out of hibernation, and then I've finished my the shawls that I was doing for new patterns that are that have been tested.
It's quite a sigh of relief, isn't it, for you?
And I'm knitting this in a cotton linen yarn from Isager. I think it's called Bomulin. And then 3 colours of Isager Alpaca lace. And I really want this to go on holiday, so I've got a week to get it finished. And I'm about halfway. This is the right side.
Oh, you can see it lovely when there's light going through it.
Yeah. So yeah, those are the Cecil splodges, and
I think this needs a picture on Insta.
so yeah, just working through that. And I realised how much I love knitting it when I picked it up.
You have just been knitting one, haven't you? A different one?
Cecil,
No.
No, I've done coffee art.
Oh yeah.
Axminster.
So my Cecil hasn't quite come out of not retirement.
Yeah, so that's Cecil.
The whip.
So hopefully I'll take a couple of pictures on holiday with that.
So I don't know if I showed. Had I finished this?
Yeah, I think so.
So I'd finished my first King George sock in the Isle of Man, and I am just over halfway down the leg of the second one, and that will be out as well in September. I think September's going to be quite a busy sock month because I've got another, like a kind of secret project that's coming out, but maybe we'll leave that till October. We want to
October's KAL month.
I know, but we don't want to bomb. Maybe the first week of.
Or the very end of September.
Telling people to buy my patterns every week of the month. Maybe. Anyway, that has had some work on it, so I thought.
I mean, King George could wait a little bit.
King George could wait. I wanted to.
Obviously, people will want him.
I wanted him out before the next. I didn't want him to come out with Colin and Penelope because he won't be in that. I don't think. So,
He could come out at the end of, I don't know. I just say do it. It's £4.
I know people want the pattern, they'll buy the pattern, won't they? So yeah, so that is, and then I've got a little update on my Q3. We've got a name. Nobody suggested names in the comments. Everyone was just loving Dad. So
we have a name.
What's in there? Another whip.
Halu.
Oh right. I'm sorry. Do you want to?
That's fine.
I've got a sweater, so we can.
Rachel's obviously feeling better because she's taken over.
I'm not exhausted from travelling.
Yeah.
It did
take a lot out of you.
And it took me a few days to recover. So I'm on the second and last welt. So I've nearly finished section 2. Where I've got those kind of leaf type things on the reverse stocking stitch, and then I've got the lace section to do, section 3. So hopefully I'll get a lot of that done this weekend, and it'll be ready for. I mean, the pattern's good, but it's nearly too big for my lovely Lydia project bag. So that was a really quick shot, but that was talked about last episode. So if you want to know more about that,
yarn.
But the
name, we don't know the yarn.
Are we going to
details,
say the name, or are we
because-
going to not say the name? Should we say the name on?
No, we won't say the name.
No, that can be the surprise. That can be the surprise.
We've got a name. And because I'd finished my Alpine Bloom, I cast on another tea. I'm going to make it a tea. And this is the Halu, also by Caitlin Hunter. See if the picture's any good. Not particularly. Shall I find it on?
Yeah, it's got lovely lace work on it.
It's probably in my book.
Not on your...
There it is. It's a bit
Yeah,
difficult to
she's
see.
not got the best.
It's. I'll just zoom in a little bit.
It's
so you
lovely
can-
yarn, but
So it's the same shape as the Easy V, which I loved. It's the same neck, and then it's a lace pattern with some bobbles.
and how far into the lace are you?
I am on row. I think I'm about to do row 14, which is the double bobble row,
Right,
which that means 54 bobbles.
and you've got
So I'm leaving that for an
30.
evening. It's probably going to take me a whole evening to do one
you've
row.
got 39 rows of lace.
And
altogether.
I've done the neck.
The light from behind is
Yeah,
the best.
I've done the neck, and that little bit of the lace.
Oh, it's lovely.
And
The
this
yarn
is
amazing.
the yarn is from Zakami yarn, and
Oh,
it's
so soft.
it's called, the colourway is called Turkish Delight, and it's really nice. It's got these like darkest, the odd speckle and some little bits of blue
Beautiful.
and stuff, pink and stuff. It's really nice, and it's a merino linen fingering weight single. Now this pattern is actually should be fingering and mohair together, but the single fingering actually blooms.
Yeah, it's like,
And because I didn't want mohair because I'm going to not knit the sleeves.
yeah.
I've seen a few people have just done it with where they cast off or done a couple of rows of rib.
Yeah.
under
Oh, you
the-
got a cute focus keeper.
Yeah, that was
So
from Mothie and the Squid.
It's a little drink with apple slices in it. It's really cute.
So I'm really enjoying it. I'm
And it
loving.
goes over your head.
Yeah, I'm loving knitting with the yarn. I'm doing a size 4, which is what I knit the Alpine Bloom in, and I've gone up a needle size. So I'm hoping that means
It's lovely,
gonna
lovely
fit.
fit the fabric.
Yeah.
So hopefully
Yeah.
that'll be fine.
So I've got to do 54 bobbles next. Crazy.
Easy fit. I have also cast on a sweater.
And then I'm gonna when I've done the yoke and split for the
Mhm.
sleeves, I'm gonna do my couple of rows of rib on the sleeves and cast off, and then I can get the body. I'm just gonna do the body as long, and I'm not doing.
As long as the yoke fits.
It's about 1.5 inches of rib on the bottom.
Like a bit more, do you?
No, I'm gonna do. Body hem ribbing 2 inches.
What are you using?
Don't know.
And what lovely matching bag did you choose?
I chose a bag from Conchita.
ButternutHandmade.
Handmade. Yep. And it's just got a calico lining.
It's lovely.
I really love that. Yes.
Yeah. So I have cast on my yellow cone. I haven't done very much, so there's not much to show.
Oh, I've got the picture. Haven't I?
So this is Holstgarn Coast in the colourway Citrus, which I'm obsessed with. And Jo reliably tells me that
It's on trend.
the KALs website is
I got
full
an
of it.
email from KALs with their shop the new lines, and it's all this yellow colour.
Mhm. So I am
Maybe slightly more yellow,
yeah,
but it's that kind of.
I think like that.
That's the same colour.
I'm knitting. It's a V-neck tee with ribbed sleeves, and
It's
they
called the
knit
Silka Tea.
and they knit it in
What's it? Strick House.
Z Designs. We'll put it in the show notes. And they knit it in Knitting for Olive silk, which is 250 meters per 50 grams, and Coast is 350 meters per 50 grams. But we know it blooms because it's wool. So at the moment I'm making the raglan, and the sleeves are ribbed, and then I'm doing a little.
And because it's a raglan, you can always continue for a
Yeah.
little bit.
I don't know what I've done
if don't look at it now.
Anyway, that is the front. So I'm making the V-neck, so it's quite a long way to go. But I have started it and it's enjoyable. It's on 3mm needles, so it's going to take me a while. But of course, I can't wait to get in the round and just be knitting.
Yeah.
So, and my cone fits in this lovely botanical yarn bag with rose gold balls of yarn on it.
Lovely.
Yeah, so that will be, hopefully by the next podcast I will be
In the round.
in the round. I've done the
Yes.
yoke and then I'll show it again, but it won't be like every podcast. Sweater. Right, so.
So now on to the acquisitions.
Yeah, so if this isn't your jam,
Yeah.
maybe we'll just quickly talk about, we are going to have a giveaway,
Yes.
so we'll just quickly talk about that. So,
Yeah.
So when we were in the Isle of Man, we visited Laxey Woolen Mill, which we, after we...
Laxey's where our stepmum lives, and they have the Laxey wheel.
They have a flour mill.
They have a flour mill, and they also have a woolen mill.
So we visited the woolen mill.
And we met the guy who does the weaving. He's got 2 looms.
Amazing it was in there.
Yeah, absolutely amazing.
And we both...
We were very restrained, I think.
Quite restrained. I did buy that.
I bought a necklace and you bought...
Sure.
Because he also has other people's products
Yeah.
in there. Local jewellers and other woolen artists from around the UK.
So you haven't got yours with you, have you?
My necklace, no.
No,
I left it.
so we
I didn't
both
leave it. I
had
didn't
we
leave it.
both
I
had a
couldn't find
pouch.
it.
We both chose a little pouch.
I also bought a glasses case, and this was the fabric of
So
that
Joe's pouch, it looks like that, and it's got the Laxey Woolen Mill logo. And so we bought one for you guys, and this one is very special because it is fabric woven from the Manx Loughton sheep, which is we've got a little, that's the Manx Loughton sheep, and they are a rare breed of small primitive short-tailed mountain sheep native to the Isle of Man, dating back to the Bronze Age. And it's derived from the words mouse brown, Loughton. So the fleece is quite amazing actually. When they're born, they're black, and the sun bleaches the wool of the fleece. And yeah, they use the yarn to make jackets, and there's some beautiful things, isn't there?
I tried on a duffel coat. I was really tempted. It wasn't quite long enough. I'm quite a tall person.
And the blazer you tried on was stunning, but it had faded in. They'd had it in the shop window. Anyway, this is Manx Loughton yarn woven into a little project bag for you guys. So
Not a project bag, is it? It's a
no,
notion
it's a
pouch.
notion. What did I say?
I mean, even I couldn't fit a project in there.
What was I thinking? So it's like a little pouch, and we will send that off anywhere.
Yes.
So
Just leave a comment.
yeah, don't worry about. Just leave a comment below, so which means I won't respond to comments. If you've got a question for us about anything, email us.
Yeah.
Is easier than leaving a comment below. Especially if you want anything.
And the lady who asked for the instructions for the stripy sweater, the collar and the back to be written out, I'll be doing that and adding it into the show notes
For that episode.
For episode 31.
Cool. So
and I will reply to your comment on the.
And we'll
let
send
you know as well.
We'll send you a little card about them as well. And yeah, so the person who won the Twinset and Purl whip prize last month hasn't been in touch. So I will message them on Ravelry. Right, so next acquisition.
Do you want to show your shawl from
there?
Yeah. And then
So this was a last minute. I looked at loads of things and I thought, they're beautiful feral hats and mittens. I was like, I want to knit them. I don't want to just buy them, although the colours were amazing. And then I saw this, and this is my jam. So it's a very, very lightweight shawl wrap thing, and it's these colours. And we think that it was, obviously this bit's been machine made, but we think that the ribbing looks like it's a sewn bind off. So we're wondering if the edge has been hand knitted, or maybe also knitted on a machine, but I don't know. Anyway, it's stunning, and it's by a company called Eribe, E-R-I-B-E and it's made in Scotland. And apparently this designer has just, if you go, they're on Instagram, we'll link them below, and they have to order them 12 months in advance to get the stuff from them. So, but I just can't wait to wear it with a denim jacket.
I think you're just going to wear it over you.
Yeah, when I'm in the day.
Yeah.
But I want to wear it out.
I have a really lightweight cashmere wrap.
Yeah.
That I got in it. It's a brown colour, and obviously it wasn't a popular colour with people. I got it really cheap. But I use it all the time in the winter.
This was in so many colours, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, it's lovely.
And if you really wanted one, you should go to the Laxey Woolen Mill and buy one, because that would really help them as well.
Yeah. And the Allemand's lovely.
We love that.
And if you really want to, we'll give you our dad's details. You can go and have a cup of tea with him. Take him out for a cup of tea. He'd love that.
He would. Right.
He's into all the knitting chat these days, isn't he?
So then I think the first purchases were these.
You sure it wasn't this?
No, it wasn't that.
Right, okay.
We've had these for a while. I'm not even sure if we haven't talked about them.
We haven't.
Okay.
Sorry, I've got itchy nose.
So because Joe's Betty was so beautiful, we went on the Pixie Yarn website and chose some lace, a skein each of lace weight. And mine is called Odin, and is quite dark, but has got these lovely, I mean, Sophie dyes dark really well.
Yeah. In fact, I don't think I know anybody else who does.
I said to her one day that her dyeing reminds me of Malabrigo, and she was really chuffed.
And mine is called Setting Sun Blue.
And it's amazing.
And it is amazing.
That's like a dark version of Betty, I would say.
I can't wait.
Yeah, so mine's going to be a tube cowl.
I think mine might be another Cecil.
Yeah. Because I just want to knit round and round and round.
But I'm going to do it, so I use the whole thing.
Yeah, so I have one on the go all the time. But the navy blue is...
Oh, sorry.
Do you want to blow your nose?
No, it's just I've got some fluff up it on.
Okay. So those
I'll try my hardest not to
arrived,
touch
and then I had a little shop. I keep getting Katia yarn. I love Katia yarns, and they had a sale on, and it came up time and time again. And I'd go to have a look, and blah blah. This is a yarn. I'm going to show you a yarn that I've been wanting to try for a long time, and but then one day I saw these. This was the advert on Instagram. Dear Yarn, I'm ready. And I thought, I've got to go on and get one each for us. So I went on and I put them in my cart.
That should be the thumbnail.
Yeah. And then I thought, oh, I'm going to see.
She didn't buy me any yarn, just saying. She bought herself. She bought me a bag, which is lovely, thank you very much. She didn't buy me any yarn.
I'm grateful. Well, no.
I am grateful, of course I'm grateful.
I bought this, so there's the self-striping that I knitted for Dad they brought out these two sock yarns at the same time. And his is merino and nylon, and this one has alpaca in it and is slightly more expensive. So these are going to be for me.
They're beautiful, it's beautiful colours.
Yeah, and it's a bit of a longer, I think it's a longer colour change. So, and that is Concept Kaisela, Sala, and it's number colour 300.
It reminds me of the seaside.
Yeah, so it's lovely. I mean, it would make a nice shawl probably. It's so soft, one skein.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting for Joe's one skein pattern. This is definitely going to be one of those.
I'm working on
510. So that's like normal sock yarn. 400 meters, 100 grams. And then this.
Is this not a sock yarn?
This isn't sock yarn.
Okay.
This is 29% cotton, 25% alpaca, 25% wool, and 21% polyamide. So you could probably knit socks. But it's 150 grams, 510 meters.
Wow.
And it's beautiful. That is going to be one of your one skein shawls.
That's lovely.
I mean,
I think that should just be the garter one.
I think, yeah, it would be nice with, as a Magnolia Heaven, with a cream mohair.
It would.
And that shawl is lovely and light. So, and big.
Potato chippy and objective.
And big. And you could even just do, no, you couldn't do garter, you wouldn't see the
mohair.
It wouldn't look as the pattern would look. Yeah. And
that's lovely.
That's colour 201, and they've got about 8 different colours of patch.
Did they not have a yellow?
No. No, they may have had a yellow, but it wasn't with colours that I liked.
Right. Rachel's.
And that is
Rachel's almost switched her allegiance from navy to yellow.
That's kind of
have you
me.
switched from navy?
No, I've got a cone of navy blue as well.
Oh, right, okay.
So that's kind of me in a colour, and then this pink, this like dusky pink. I love it. So that's Concept Sinfonia.
Is this the one that you've been wanting to try?
Yeah, so this is what I've been wanting to try. And for some reason, their website, it was quite hard to actually put stuff in your cart.
Right.
One time I tried, so I gave up. And then it was all working the day I bought those.
Oh, cool.
So that is that. And then I also shopped at Wool Warehouse. And this is because of Dad. It started off because of Dad. So I love to knit him West Yorkshire Spinners bird socks. And I got to so I just knitted Tristan for him, which is the Yarndale West Yorkshire Spinners self-striping. And
last year's Yarndale.
Yeah, so last Christmas I ended up knitting the Christmas colourway, which was the gingerbread house or gingerbread. But I have got Robin that I want to knit for him. So that's the only bird that I've got left. And they brought out 4 new birds. So they brought out Jay, Starling, something else, and green woodpecker. And I love the Jay. So the Jay is pinks and blue. And
that's lovely.
Yeah. So, and there's a lady knitting it. I think it's Lynn Tilbrook Designs. Is knitting, all she can cope with at the moment is a vanilla sock, and she's knitting the J. But if you go to Wool Warehouse's Instagram, not Wool Warehouse, West Yorkshire Spinners Instagram, they have the picture of the bird, and then they have all the what it looks like to knit and stuff like that. And Wingwick Mum has designed a new book of patterns for them that go with the self-striping, which is quite hard to do anyway. But these ones have a mottled bit, so it is quite hard. And I personally don't think you can see the pattern on them. But go check it out for yourself, and that's just me being me, cynical.
Well, you've designed for self-striping,
I have, yeah.
And we know that it is more complicated.
And I also bought him the green woodpecker.
But if you wanted to do if you didn't want to just do vanilla, our Jomo sock
would work. The cable would be really good.
Yeah.
Or just
and that's a free pattern.
Yeah.
So
just do ribs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've discovered that for my dad, it has to be vanilla on the bigger size, because I knitted him the Anthony socks for his birthday, and I don't think he wears them. They're not his favourite anyway. So
maybe he's keeping them for special.
Well, they are special, but the cable definitely pulls.
Yeah.
Any cable will make it smaller, and he needs them He likes them.
That's lovely though. That's like got
Yeah, so it's got this neony yellowy green
with
line.
like a camo and red. It's
Yeah.
quite nice. And that's that's the woodpecker.
And that's the green woodpecker. And then there's a blue, there's a starling. I'm sure it begins with another one beginning with S.
Should we look it up?
Yeah. But it's, yeah, you can show them what the J is beautiful. But just show them what the J looks going to look like.
Oh, my stomach's rumbling.
There you go.
West Yorkshire Police. What have I been Googling? West Yorkshire Spinners. I obviously don't go on to West Yorkshire Spinners very often.
Oh, I thought you were looking at Instagram.
No.
If you go on Instagram, their Instagram has got a post for each flower. Each bird. OMG. Yeah.
Ah, right, okay. So there's only 3. Oh, starling, swallow, greenwood.
Swallow. No, began with an S.
Right, so that's
J. Oh,
no.
no, I haven't bought that one. Show them the
This
J.
is the J. That's the J knit up.
Yeah.
Wonder why they picked.
It's like knit with a machine, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't like that.
It won't look like that on a sock.
Oh right, okay.
It'll be even.
And then the
Stevens.
green woodpecker.
Looks like that. That's more even.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not.
And
Gonna,
just while we're here, starling.
I quite like that one actually.
Yeah. And swallow.
It's got some red. A bit too patriotic for me.
Yeah.
So yeah. So, but he did remind me that I had. If you're a long time viewer, you'll know that I knitted in blue and yellow.
Oh, there they are in socks.
Yeah.
Actually knit socks. They look quite cool, don't they?
I knitted him a blue and a yellow pair of Ukraine supporting socks. That I do have the yellow and the blue left over. I could do
Which ones are they?
I could do that's the J.
Oh, they look amazing.
I could do the other one around. I haven't actually seen that one. Has it got a cable on it?
You're right, you can't see the pattern,
Yeah.
but it does look.
So because
Yeah.
I was ordering from Wool Warehouse, I had to treat myself to another skein of Malabrigo Ultimate Sock, and this is called Under the Sea, and is my kind of colours. Although I'm thinking it may be a shawl. It may not actually be a pair of socks because it's such a nice
It would go
base
nicely
colour.
with them.
It would.
These were minis that I got Rachel from Scotland.
Yeah. It would go nicely with those.
Sorry for the crinkling.
You'd already picked a grey to go with those.
Yeah, no, I think grey is nicer.
And
To
then
be honest.
I saw this and I just wanted it. And this is one of those colour changing Rico cotton grade Super 6, and it's 800 metres, and
What's the thread like?
it's difficult to knit with, but it's easy to crochet with.
Right, you're going to crochet
So I think
with
I'm
it.
going to crochet with it. And it's just it's called pastel.
Can you just
pastels.
show the beginning of the yarn at all? Do you go from the middle?
I don't go from the middle, I like to go from the edge.
Don't worry if it's too complicated.
It's 4 strands. It might be 6 strands.
Is it like the one we saw at the summer?
Yeah,
Where
that they could do any colours.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's the beginning. So it's 4 strands. You won't be able to see unless I open it up a bit more.
There you can.
Yeah, and
4
they
strands.
change.
One changes
Yeah,
at a time.
Yeah, so you get a tiny little knot.
Mm.
And I've used it before. I've used
Those
Rico.
that show the.
Yeah, so that's the pattern that comes with it. So that'll be inside this band. So I might just do that. Or I might.
Sacrilege.
Well, if it's crochet,
Oh, that's crochet, isn't it?
I don't know.
That doesn't look like crochet to me. Anyway.
Oh, it looks like just stripe. That's like garter, rib.
Rib.
Yeah. Well, if it's, I'm not going to knit it. Probably, I could give it a go. But I did think it was lovely, and
That'll be next summer, won't it?
yeah. I liked it though, and it was half price.
As my friend
So-
Nicola would say, you can't be robbed.
Yeah, can it be robbed? So that is the last of the wool.
I've got wool.
Have you?
Yes.
Okay. What did you buy?
I bought wool for you.
Oh yeah.
So I bought Rachel a skein of Regia Merino yak.
To go in my, I'm going to knit a striped sweater by Andrea Mary.
And Rachel's, we're swapping.
Yeah.
She's giving me.
I've got 2 of one colour.
Yeah. She's giving that to me, and
I'm not giving you 2.
No, you're giving me one because
Yeah.
I've got one already.
Oh right, okay.
But what we might do is I might have your 2 and you might have my 1. If there's
The mine
dye
aren't,
lots.
mine weren't bought at the same time either.
Oh right, okay. We'll have to measure. We'll have to compare dye lots
Yeah.
and see what we've got. And then I also bought 2 skeins of each, 2 balls of each of knitting for Olive Merino. This is one of their new colours, and that is blood orange.
Lovely.
And this one is cloud or sky. One. Does cloud translate to
Sky. Weird.
I looked at a white, but it was too stark. So
Yeah.
this is just slightly
Off-white.
slightly off
beautiful.
white, but not cream.
And they're going to be
They're going to be
Magnolia Heaven.
a Magnolia Heaven. So knit not with that, so not with the mohair, but just.
Yeah. Lovely. Oh, I didn't. I bought that.
And I think that it's going to be lovely for the winter with the black coat.
Yeah.
And then I also have yarn that I got in Scotland when I bought the minis for you.
Oh, I showed last week.
That you showed last week. I didn't bring this to the Isle of Man,
That's beautiful.
but I bought 2 skeins of this. I wanted something fairly local. This is by a Glasgow, hand dyed in Glasgow in Scotland, and it's nervous fibre.
She was at. They were at Unravel the last time in front of us.
Right. And it's colourway Salt. And I got 2 of those.
Beautiful.
So that will be either a tee or a shawl. And then I got 2 skeins of this, which I have been looking at ever since Laura Penrose knit her. She knit a sweater in the DK. I'm not a DK girl,
No.
so I bought the lace weight, but it's actually 275 meters for 50 grams. So it's more of a heavy or light fingering or a heavy lace, but it's in the colourway Quench, and the colour is just amazing.
It is. Look, show this side. It is just.
It's like from afar away, it's a neutral, and then you get up close, and it's got pastels,
and it's beautiful.
And what's the yarn? Exmoor Blueface, Romney, and Devon.
Even more
Close
beautiful
wood.
in real life.
Close wool. So I don't know what that's going to be. I bought 2 of those. I don't know what that's going to be yet.
Something new. And I have got one more thing to show.
No.
I went to
Well, no more yarn.
my local yarn store, which is called Mason's. I can see a knot in the gallery. Maybe a tie. And I came away with a skein of West Yorkshire Spinners Exquisite Lace,
For another cowl.
which is Falkland wool, for 80% Falkland wool and 20% mulberry silk.
Oh, that's amazing.
And it's going to be another tube cowl. But I love it. That might be next, actually. It's going to be,
We'll go with your sweater.
yeah. Oh, it's wet.
Or has it been on?
We need to talk about those things.
Yeah.
But one more thing to talk about that we bought while we were away together.
I've got this.
Oh, right, okay, sorry. Keep forgetting it's not new.
So I bought this a while ago, and I haven't shown it, but I really love this maker, and it's a lady called Irene Campsill Designs on Instagram, and I bought a little bag from her. She uses recycled fabric a lot, and she embroiders on things. So I bought a little pouch that I think is meant to be used as a makeup bag or a purse, like
Yeah.
when I was in Scotland.
You bought that first, didn't
Yeah,
you?
I went to my cousin was working at a cafe, and they have an organic shop and a little maker's shop, and they were selling it in there. And mine's got a blue tip.
And when I saw it, I immediately went on her site and I bought one with a kingfisher.
Yeah. And then the other day she posted, not the other day, couple of months ago, she posted this on Instagram. And I was like, I love the fabric and I love the bee. So I had to buy him. I have 2 pairs of glasses and a pair of sunglasses, prescription sunglasses. So I needed, and those normal cases you get are so bulky, aren't they?
Yeah.
So that fits in my bag quite easily, and the fabric inside, lovely. But I just thought that was like the time she takes to embroider something like that.
And to like find the fabric.
Find the fabric and everything. But she's got some lovely pictures at the moment. I was quite tempted to buy a picture.
And the bags that we bought do fit a sock in them.
Yeah.
So a sock project will fit.
So yeah, Irene Campbell, you are amazing.
So we'll link her below, her Instagram.
Sorry if anybody has bee phobia. I just triggered you.
They're necessary in the world, I'm afraid.
I was listening to the radio yesterday on the way over, and they were talking about wasps and how necessary wasps have a bad rep, and how they're actually necessary in the world as well, because they eat the bugs. We'd be inundated with bugs if we weren't for wasps, and they also pollinate towards the end of the cycle. Yeah, the lady, she studied wasps for 20 years.
Wow.
And she was saying they are amazing as a society, as a unit.
Right.
So the last thing was something that we bought last weekend when we were...
It was a mad pull.
Were we awake like early in the morning or something? You know, one of those middle of the night viewings. How did we actually see it? Did it pop up on
you
Instagram?
saw it. You were like, look at these carpet bags.
Yeah.
They're not really carpet bags, I would say.
Yeah. So
it's
are made in Scotland.
Yeah, and but it's from a company called Anta
Scotland.
ANTA Scotland. We will link their Instagram below. And Jo chose a tote.
Can you remember what it was called?
No, the piece of paper's upstairs with the bill.
They're all named after places or famous people in Scotland. And I think it was I'd been there.
Yeah, Crail. Fabrics. We don't know if they make the fabric.
No.
Or they buy the fabric, but
yeah. So this is their large tote.
And we like the handles because it's got their name inside.
They always show it on this one. And this is Rachel's, which was yours was Peacock.
Mine was Peacock, yeah.
And they've got their name.
And mine's
yours was the shallow tote or the small tote. So Rachel's is the same width as mine, but not as deep.
No, and it's got they've got this nice pocket in that holds your phone, and mine's got a D-ring. I can put my keys in. But it also would be a nice sweater project bag.
Yeah. And while we were on there, we thought, let's look what else they do. And they also do mugs.
I can't remember these ones.
No.
So Joe's is a large.
mug.
All the extra large were sold out.
Yeah.
So
They do a beer mug, but it was
ridiculous.
mad. You'd never drink a cup of tea in time.
And then I got a little one, which is
It's up to you now.
I don't know, like the postman.
Right, we're finished, aren't we?
Yeah. You go and I'll say goodbye.
I'll say goodbye.
Right,
Bye.
so we'll be in touch. We'll be not in touch. We'll be back hopefully after Unravel, and that's when we'll pick the winner for the giveaway. So just comment below, and this Manx yarn little pouch could be yours. So have a lovely few weeks, everybody, and we will see you in September. Take care. Bye.